Okay.
All right. So, your full name, and that's Adrian Hart.
My name is Adrian Hart. I'm the owner of Windsor Photo Outfitters and have been for about the last 10 years or so.
Adrian is one of a kind, literally. His store is the only small camera repair shop in Windsor since several photography chains closed in the 2000s. Though he didn't originally intend to become a camera store owner, the shop fell into his hands after his partner John LaChance retired in early 2008 and sold Adrian the store.
And the neat thing was, even if you did buy a camera that was 30 or 40 years old, you know, something from 1950s or 60s, you could still use it perfectly well alongside a brand new, you know, Nikon or Canon with all the autofocus toys and electronics. You could still go out and take wonderful pictures with a vintage camera that were the same or better maybe than what you could with a brand new camera.
According to him, back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, cameras were all the rage. That's when several popular chains like Turek Camera were established. Opening in Windsor in the early 1960s, they moved to 3 different locations, with its final resting place being in downtown Windsor in 2008. That company, along with Black's Photography, Sun Parlor, and several other chains, eventually closed down right around the same time digital photography came into domination.
You know, we all saw it coming, you know, for a long time. You know, you knew that photography was going to become, you know, electronics and digital data was going to become the dominant, you know, media. I suppose in some ways it happened quicker. The transition happened quicker than everybody thought.
Although film has been more or less in the shadows for the past 10 years, recent shifts in pop culture have been bringing it back into view, especially people who use it like Ashley Klein, who has a dedicated Instagram page to film.
I always thought photography was a hobby. I still kind of think of it sometimes as more of a hobby than a job. It's hard for me to separate passion from work sometimes, and I think you really don't have to.
Ashley started using film in 2017 and got her first professional film camera from Adrian.
I think, like fashion, photography is coming back in a sense. Like, film photography, I don't think will ever die. I don't think anything can ever die if there's a strong cultural presence behind it. And I think because a lot of youth currently are pursuing film and love the antiquity and the authenticity of film, there won't be like a death.
Adrian agrees that there are more young people interested in the vintage 35mm film cameras. He himself used film for a long time before using digital at all.
Is film dead? No, it's not. You know, you can still get plenty of film, you know, and there's lots of film emulsions out there. The hard part now, and we kind of didn't see this coming, is where to get it processed. But it used to be when there was mini labs everywhere, you know, we didn't question, oh, no problem, you'll be able to get Kodak, you'll be able to get Fuji, no problem. But even if you can get it now, you know, Shoppers Drug Mart don't take your film in to develop it right there anymore on site. And, you know, Maclaren's is the last place in town that's still got a mini lab up and running.
Brad Maclaren, owner of Maclarens Photo Lab, regularly takes in customers for disposable film cameras, as well as younger film users and a variety of other customers for his photography services.
The closest film developing to here is Rockville. So we've got all of southwestern Ontario as a potential market.
He opened Maclaren's in 1976 and eventually moved the shop to Tecumseh Road in 1980. Brad said that he gets a variety of customers ranging from 20 to 30, 50 to 70, and nothing in between. He says it's because of the digital shift, and that most of his competition has since shut down.
And everyone is gone. Everyone is gone, and nobody's crazy enough to stick around like me.
Although he was unsure about the future of film in the midst of the shift, he thinks it's making a comeback.
Well, now that the young kids have picked this up as an art form, I think, yes, you're going to find, I think you're going to find black and white roll film still processed and printed, or in today's world, printed and scanned to a USB.
That's something that Adrian, Ashley, and Brad all agree on, that film isn't going anywhere anytime soon, with the older population who love it and the younger population who enjoy it.
Film has that to it. The images tend to be a little more unique, perhaps, a little more special. A film has that not instant feedback part of it. You take a picture, you shoot a few pictures on an afternoon, and you don't know how they turned out. You don't know, did you get it right? Are they as moody as you hoped? Are they as clear and sharp as you hoped? Did you capture the moment like you hoped?
It's almost like, it's so pure. Like you take the photo and it's like, I can't alter that. Like, you know, it's just, it looks too cool. It looks too vintagey. Like that's how I wanted it to look anyways. Things that push the culture forward will revive it and keep it going. But I don't think it'll ever die at the same time. I can't, because I love it so much. And I don't want it to die. So.